All right. So, we always start off Trending Thursday by looking at what's going on in the market. So why? Because VectorVest is all about a trading system of knowing when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. So we're going to always start off with market timing because that's one of the biggest things that we do that most people out there can't do. And if we look over to our indices today, we have a mixed market. The NASDAQ is up. The S&P 1N 500 is up. The VectorVest Composite is up. The only thing that's holding us back today is the Dow Jones. It's down a little bit, about 0.1% today. So we got a little bit of a mixed market, but something that you'll only find in VectorVest is an indicator called the MTI, or market timing indicator. That indicator lets you know from a VectorVest perspective when the market is starting to look for a top or a bottom. Right now, the MTI is at a level of 1.7 today. The MTI is on a scale between 0 and 2, and it looks at what we call the underlying trend of the market. But when the MTI gets to a level of about 1.5 to 1.6, the market is at a level where it's looking for a top. We are clearly at that level. So you'll see that the market will show signs of going up and going down and that kind of a thing. And Mike is right on point when he says, keep your eye on the MTI. And I think we need to flood social media with that. Hashtag keep your eye on MTI.
It does sound good.
It does sound good. I think that it's a great perspective so that people know what's going on behind the scenes. The market may look like it's going up. Some days it looks like it's going down. Maybe we get into a sideways trading market. That MTI lets you know if you're still trading stocks, tighten the stops on your stocks. All right, so that MTI is important. Looking at the color guard, still we got a close mixture of both green and yellow, giving us more of a feel of starting to just be a little bit more cautious in our investing. Never once do we tell you, stop investing. We are going to tell you this is a time to at least be cautious in what you're doing. Don't get caught up in the hype. If you see the market going up a lot, don't get caught up in the hype. Let VectorVest teach you and help you understand not to put all your money out there in respect to that. So that's what's going on from a color guard perspective. That's what's going on from a market perspective today, and that's what's going on with the MTI. Well, what do you do? Well, what's making the market move in the direction that it is? Let's go to our first story, Clay. Whereas I always look at stories that affect the market. And, there's three things that move markets globally: earnings, interest, and inflation. Those are the things that move markets globally. But in the market that we're in right now, the Fed is trying to do everything that it can to make sure that the market doesn't go into a free fall to the downside. So the Fed's job is to make sure that interest rates are low and that the workforce is working. U.S. unemployment claims rise amid coronavirus surge. That's, we're getting into the winter months. The flu mixed in with coronavirus. This is going to be a very tricky winter this winter.
Absolutely.
All right. But the interesting thing is that we are getting news of a vaccine or a couple of vaccines that may come out soon. I had someone send me an email about the process behind actually getting these vaccines out to people. And there's a lot entailed in it. There's a lot more than just the news that you hear. So you hear that Pfizer's got a drug. You hear that Moderna's got a drug. You hear that, we're going to talk about a little later, that AstraZeneca's got a drug. These drug companies are vying to be the ones that get a vaccine out to the people. But what you don't understand is that there's a lot more behind trying to get that drug out than just the news. All right, so that's something that I'm probably going to do in a future Trending Thursday. But right now, the job number going higher than what was expected shows that we have a slow recovery going into these winter months. And could that be a good thing or a bad thing? I think that if we get rising jobless claims, that's not going to be very bullish for the market. But keep in mind, VectorVest already has that indicator that's saying that the market is looking for a top.
Absolutely.
So really right now, I think what we're looking for is some kind of a catalyst for the market to turn back around, but it's there. that the market is already looking for a top. Just keep that in mind. Do me a favor, Clayton, get back into the software for me.
I'm there.
And I want you to go to the watch list. All right, so we understand what's going on in the market by way of what we saw today. We also saw what news is driving the market. What Clayton's going to do is he's going to highlight the SPY, and he's also going to highlight the VVC, which is somewhere in that list. There it is, right? He's going to highlight those two. Those are the two indicators that we use for timing the market. If you're not a subscriber to VectorVest, we use the SPY. If you are a subscriber to VectorVest, we use the VVC because it looks at a whole lot more stocks than just the 500 stocks in the SPY. Right click on either one of those for me, Clayton. And I need them both highlighted though.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Want to graph it?
Yep. View the stock graph. And that's the market, folks. That's on the S&P. Put it on a 3-month graph for me, please. That is the S&P 500 shown over the last 3 months. We have a moving average of a 20-period moving average. Yep, EMA 20. General rule of thumb, when the SPY or the spiders is above the 20-day exponential moving average, it's okay to be in the market. When it's below, it's a nice time to be out of the market or playing the market to the downside. We can clearly see that we hit a high about 6-7 days ago. We're coming off of that high, but still above the 20-day exponential moving average. All right, that's a positive sign, but don't lose sight that it's pulling back a little bit. Look at the volume. The volume has been pretty steady. And look at our indicator, RT, above the value of 1, the market's in an uptrend, or the S&P is in the uptrend, and below 1, the S&P is in a downtrend. So we still see that the market overall is moving higher, but it is starting to pull back. Thus, caution is advised. I'm not going to tell you not to pull the trigger on any trade that you see that you can make some money on, but understand this is more of a trade situation because the market's looking for a top. Go to the next the next one for me. The VVC looks pretty much the same, except for it tracks over 8,300 stocks. Thus, the reason as a VectorVest subscriber, you have access to this indicator to give you a better perspective of the broad market movement. Now, for those of you who are not subscribers to the channel, hit the subscribe channel hit the subscribe button for the channel. But for those of you who are not subscribers to VectorVest, Joey in the background hopefully will put a link, either Joey or Clay will put a link for you to take advantage of a 99-cent 30-day trial. 99-cent 30-day trial. Exactly, Clay. I feel the same way. 30 days for 99 cents. Someone in the background should put that link out there for you. All right, so if you want to see the VVC, like you see on this graph that tracks the movement of over 8,300 stocks, it really does give a better perspective of the broad market movement. We're coming off a high from yesterday. We're still got a green up candle today. We are still, actually the VVC looks a little bit more bullish than the S&P 500 does, doesn't it?
Yeah, slightly over the last 2 weeks or so.
That's absolutely right. But remember, this indicator is tracking over 8,300 stocks. All right, tracking over 8,300 stocks. And Lauren, guidance on gold. If you're a VectorVest subscriber, we do a gold story every Monday to tell you where we are on gold. And currently, we are bearish on gold. We are bearish on gold. But as a subscriber for 99 cents, you will get access to that information every Monday.
I mean, yeah, Glenn, the amount of information you can get for 99 cents, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you want something that's worth the money, I mean, we could make it a free trial, but goodness, that's 99 cents. If you don't think that you can get the value out of that 99-cent trial, I don't know. I mean, just having the picture of the app, just having the app open on your phone is worth 99 cents, but there's so much that you can gain from it.
Hey, if you like this content, guess what? You can join us live every Thursday at 2 p.m. here on YouTube. Join VV Nation. We hope to see you there.